What's up, y'all? It's Ia, and I'm here with another video. And today I'll be giving you tips and tricks on how to achieve a flawless foundation. And I'm going ahead and I'm starting with that Juvia's Place Iron Magic Foundation in the shade Gabon. And I'm taking a flat brush and I'm just evenly distributing that across my face. And then I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Beauty Blender and just buff that out so that we can have a smooth and seamless surface. So make sure when you're going in with that beauty blender that you dampen the beauty blender a little bit with water so you can maneuver the product a little better or easily across your face. If you guys want to know how I did my eyebrows, I do have a video on that, a very detailed eyebrow tutorial so you can learn how to do your eyebrows. I will have that link in the description box below if you want to go check that out before you start following this tutorial. Next, I'm going in with the 16-hour Camo Concealer by e.l.f. This is in the shade Warm Olive, and this is just going to bring back brightness to my face. And we don't want this look to look 2D, we want it to be 3D. So we want to have that definition and brightness in the places that we lost it when we put on our foundation. When I'm blending out that concealer, I start kind of towards the bottom, then I work my way up into the under eye, because if you start at the top and then work your way down, it's like you will have a lot of product sitting underneath your eye, and if you don't want it to crease and you want it to look flawless, you don't want to do that. So kind of try to start working from the bottom to the top. That way when you get to the top you don't have as much product. This will help prevent creasing and you won't have to worry about having that cakey look. So I'm going in with a small fluffy brush just so I can blend out that concealer even further, and so I don't have any harsh lines around the areas that I used with my beauty blender. So I went back in with that same concealer and applied it to my under eyes because I felt like I needed a little more coverage. And I'm just going to go back in with that same brush and blend it out. And especially under your eyes, you want to make sure that you use a brush instead of the beauty blender so that you can really get in those areas that the beauty blender can't. Going in with the Juvia's Place Iron Magic Setting Powder in the shade Gobi. I like this tone a little better for more natural looks. Normally I would go in with my Sacha Buttercup powder, and that's a little bit more on the yellow side. But I'm going in with that same beauty blender that I use for my foundation and my concealer, and I'm just pressing in with a little pressure underneath my eye so that I can eliminate those creases. When you do this and you move fairly quickly after you use your concealer, this gives you such a flawless look and finish. I got this trick from Beats by Deb. She is amazing, and I'm so glad I stumbled upon that video. So I went in with a thin layer of that powder, so the excess that did not get pushed into those creases will sit on top of your skin, and that is what you call baking. And baking is just simply the heat from your face mixing with that powder and setting that concealer and your foundation in place. As you guys can see, I have no creasing underneath my eye whatsoever because of this trick. Y'all, when I say this was like the best thing I could have learned in 2020, so far it is the best. Going in with my black Opal foundation stick in the shade Suede Mocha for contouring, and this is just going to give your face more dimension that you may have lost when you used your foundation and concealer, so this helps sculpt your face a little better. If you prefer not to do this step, you don't have to, you can skip it, but I like to because I like the look that it gives me in the end. But yeah, you can go out without any contouring, you don't have to have it, or you can use a powder instead of a cream. So to blend this out, I'm using a sculpting brush by e.l.f. e.l.f. is a very affordable and quality brand for the low that I like to use. You can get these brushes probably at Target, Ulta, or Walmart. To blend that contour out even further, I'm using a brush from Real Techniques. This brand is great for beginners if you're looking for brushes to start off with. You get quality and they are affordable. You can catch these brushes at Ulta, Walmart, and Target. Now that I have completely blended out that contour, I'm going back in with that setting powder from Juvia's Place, and I'm just going underneath that contour so that I can sculpt it out. It can give me that face, you know what I'm saying? If you need guidelines to show you where to put that setting powder, you can make the fish face, basically sucking in your cheeks, so that you know where you're putting that powder. Then I go back in after about a minute and I wipe away the excess powder, and I'm just pressing it in and gently swiping it away so that I don't have such a harsh line. And I'm using that same brush that I used to blend out my contour. So to set my entire face, I'm using this makeup setting spray by Kiss. I got this from my local beauty supply store. Instead of using my hands to like create that fanning motion, I'm using this fan just to have it dry a little quicker. I'm going in with the 16-hour camo concealer once again, but in the shade Fair Warm to use as my eyeshadow base. Using an eyeshadow base helps bring out the richness of that color that you're using, giving more of a pop to it so that the color can stand out better. And the brush that I'm using to apply my eyeshadow base, and my eyeshadow is from e.l.f. It was like $2 at Target. The yellow shade that I'm using is from the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. I know you guys are hearing me say Juvia's Place so much throughout this video, but they are such a reliable brand. They give you quality, they give you coupon codes, they give you sales. This brand is so great for beginners to any level, and that's what I love about them. You get what you paid for, and beyond. Going in with this mascara from Tarte. Honestly, you guys, you can use any mascara, drugstore, doesn't matter, dollar store, it does not matter. I'm just making sure that I get my lashes coated with black so that it can blend in with my eyelashes. The eyelashes that I'm using are the Broadway 3D lashes number 15. Those are also from the beauty supply. I'm taking this white eyeliner pencil just to use as a base for that eyeshadow. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, and I got this palette online from bhcosmetics.com, but you can also find it in Ulta, and I'm just using that teal shade to coat my under eye. So the highlighter that I'm using is from where? Juvia's Place, and it is the Royalty 2 highlighter. However, this is a loose powder, which means that it's a little more messy than a pressed powder, but I love how vibrant it is. And since this is a loose highlighter, a little goes a long way. My preference is a little more on the heavier side, but I do go back in and dull it down just a tad. I apply my highlighter to the sides of my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. The lip combo was a brown lip liner by Kiss, Limbo by Colorpop, a liquid lipstick, and a gold gloss on top. I didn't film it because I ran out and the lip liner that I was using, the label on the Colorpop lipstick rubbed off because I had it for so long. But this is the final look. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. Share this video, and I will see you in the next. Bye.